Abrams, Leopard, or Challenger, which is the ultimate NATO tank? To answer that, we have to go back 75 years and explore all 4 generations of armored warfare. From the end of World War II to the experimental tanks of tomorrow, let's see how NATO's iconic armor evolved. Our story begins with the first generation, right after World War II, the legendary M4 Sherman series. A workhorse of the Allied forces with over 50,000 built, became the first standard tank for many future NATO allies. It fought across Europe and the Pacific, and after the war, nations across the free world adopted it. Then came the M26 Pershing. This American heavy hitter arrived late in World War II, but proved its worth in the Korean War, where it dominated the battlefield. Belgium and Italy used Pershings for NATO defense, showing that American armor could stand up to any threat. Meanwhile, Britain introduced the Centurion series. A true classic, this tank was adopted by 13 NATO nations, including Canada and Denmark. From Korea to Desert Storm, the Centurion remained a battlefield legend for over 40 years, a testament to its brilliant design. America's M46 Patton series also saw heavy combat in Korea. Its perfect balance of mobility and firepower made it a favorite among NATO partners like Belgium, which operated it throughout the 1950s. Not to be outdone, the M41 Walker Bulldog, a fast and agile scout tank, served with Spain, Denmark, and other NATO nations. Over 3,000 were built for reconnaissance, seeing action from Vietnam to numerous other global conflicts. As the Cold War heated up, the M47 Patton bridged the gap between World War II designs and modern armor. Over 8,000 were produced for key allies like Turkey, Italy, Spain, and Germany. Its successor, the M48 Patton, became a true NATO staple. Its iconic rounded hull was a common sight from Vietnam to NATO exercises in Europe, serving with Germany, Turkey, Spain, and Greece. France entered the scene with the AMX-13 series. This nimble tank impressed NATO forces with its innovative oscillating turret and autoloader. The Netherlands deployed them extensively for reconnaissance, and over 3,000 were built worldwide. For pure stopping power, Britain developed the Conqueror heavy tank. Wielding a massive 120mm gun, it was designed to defend NATO's German border and could penetrate any armor of its time. Only about 185 were ever built, making it a rare but fearsome beast. America's answer was the M103 heavy tank. Weighing a colossal 65 tons, it was America's largest Cold War armored vehicle and served in NATO Europe until 1974. The second generation, from the 1960s to the 1980s, brought new philosophies. The M60 series became the backbone of NATO's armored forces. 15,000 of these reliable tanks were built, and upgraded versions are still operated by Turkey and Greece today. Germany introduced the Leopard 1, fast and well-armed. It was adopted by 13 nations and became a Cold War icon. Britain offered 2 powerful designs. The Vickers MBT was prized for its simple maintenance and versatility, serving alongside NATO forces worldwide. But the Chieftain series was the real powerhouse, bringing a heavily armored 120mm gun to NATO's front lines. France took a different approach with the AMX-30, prioritizing mobility over heavy armor. This strategy proved highly effective, and the tank served with distinction in Spain and Greece. From Sweden came one of the most unique tanks ever built, the Stridsvagn 103, or S-tank. It had no turret. Instead, It tilted its entire hull to aim the gun, a radical design that stunned NATO observers. America also pushed innovation with the M60A2, nicknamed the Starship. It could fire both conventional shells and guided missiles from its main gun, but its complexity limited production to just over 500 units. By the 1980s and 90s, the third generation arrived, defined by advanced technology. Early upgrades like the M60A3 introduced thermal sights and laser rangefinders into NATO service. Modernized variants of this tank are still active in the Turkish and Greek armies. But the real game changers were just around the corner. The German Leopard 2 revolutionized tank design with its advanced composite protection and powerful gun. It became the trusted choice for 18 nations, including the Netherlands, Spain, and Greece. Then, America unleashed the M1 Abrams. With its gas turbine engine, incredible speed, and unmatched firepower, the Abrams changed modern warfare forever. After the Cold War, NATO expanded, and new tanks joined the alliance. Poland and the Czech Republic brought their T-54 and T-55 tanks into the fold. The T-72M series also became a mainstay for new members like Poland, Bulgaria, and Romania, often heavily upgraded. Britain's Challenger 1, protected by revolutionary Chabham armor, made history in Desert Storm, achieving a tank kill from a record-breaking 5 kilometers away. Its American counterpart, the M1A1 Abrams, also became a legend in that conflict, with over 5,000 still in service today. Throughout this period, Allies continued to modernize. Greece and Turkey upgraded their Leopard 1 tanks to the formidable F5 variant. France deployed the technologically advanced Leclerc series, featuring a sophisticated autoloader system. Italy secured its Alpine and Mediterranean territories with its own C-1 Ariete main battle tank, while the M84 and TR-85 series enhanced the defenses of Eastern European NATO members. From 2000 to the present day, third-generation tanks have only gotten better. Poland upgraded its T-72s into the PT-91 Twardy, adding reactive armor and modern electronics. The Leopard 2 continued to evolve through a 5 to A8 variants, improving core NATO strength with digital systems and distinctive wedge-shaped turret armor. Sweden introduced its version, the Stridsvagn 122, a Leopard 2 heavily fortified for harsh Scandinavian conditions. Romania modernized its fleet with the TR-85M1 Bizonul to protect the Black Sea flank. Britain's Challenger 2 and America's M1A2 Abrams remained dominant armored forces on the world stage, complemented by continuous upgrades from allies like the Czech Republic, Turkey, and Poland. Recently, Poland made a groundbreaking move by adopting the K2 Black Panther, the first Asian-designed tank in its arsenal, introducing active suspension and advanced electronics to NATO's Eastern Front. Meanwhile, Italy and France are future-proofing their fleets with the C-1 Ariete AMV and Leclerc XLR modernization programs, integrating digital warfare capabilities. So what does the future hold? Welcome to the fourth generation, defined by rapid deployment and revolutionary concepts. America's new M10 Booker is a 38-ton light tank, designed to be agile and provide direct fire support for infantry. Germany is testing the KF-51 Panther concept, which could revolutionize NATO firepower with a massive 130mm gun. Poland is customizing its K2 Black Panthers for Eastern defense, while Britain is transforming its Challenger 2 tanks into the formidable Challenger 3, featuring a brand new turret and a smoothbore gun. America is pushing the boundaries with the experimental Abrams X, testing hybrid engines and unmanned turrets. And looking further ahead, France and Germany are jointly developing the Main Ground Combat System, or MGCS, a next-generation platform expected to redefine NATO armored warfare by 2040. From the Sherman to the Abrams X, NATO tanks have evolved across 4 generations, each one built upon the last, adapting new technologies, refining firepower, and securing the alliance's borders for decades. It's a story of innovation, strategy, and sheer engineering brilliance that continues to unfold. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through armored history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content.